Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to start the next topic, creating tables. So till the last class we have discussed about how to insert table and how to use different attributes and also the properties using CSS. Okay, so these are the very important topics that comes in your exam with some application based questions like about image. If it comes at someone wants to insert an image, which tag to be used, someone wants to give a border around the image, which property or which attribute to be used, write the code. So it's such kind of question it comes. So you must be cleared with the properties as well as the attributes of a particular tag. So next you see the creating tables, which is very much important in designing of a new web page. We must use tables, as already I have shown you in boys section. Perhaps I have shown, right? In girls I did not show. So in boys I have shown you that how to use a table while displaying the tables of multiplication tables. Okay, so when we use a tables, the contents of this page displays very nicely in systematic way. Okay, systematic way. So many websites also they use to insert their documents or their contents to display in very systematic way. For that reason they use tables. Okay, so if any websites like image to be displayed in that website, so all the images can be put inside a table and the border around the table can be removed. Okay, and you see so many shopping websites also we have. In these shopping websites perhaps they have used the tables to align the pictures and the contents very nicely. Okay, so this is the purpose of the table. So first of all you underline this line, what is the purpose of tables here. A table arranges data in rows and columns. These definitions so you are getting from the class 8 I think so. So the definition you see it comes from the next line, the very important lines. What does it does actually, it comes what table does. A table web page helps to organize. Here to is not given, so help to organize, remember. Okay, it helps to, here you rust to, helps to organize, help to organize the data and make easier to read and interpret. Now easier to read and interpret means understand. Okay, to read and interpret. As you know, table is always here. The things already I have discussed. What is the use, rows and columns, everything is displayed in very systematic way. So website user can understand the topic very nicely. So now we come to the next topic, that what are the things are used, what are the tags are used. The main tag to be used to create table is create table tag. That under this table, tr tag, td tag, th tag, caption tag. What is this? We have discussed in the next page. You see here, tr to create a row, td to here to create any row, then td it defines the table data to create column as well as the cell of the table. A particular cell also identifies by the td tag. So these questions may come in your exam about the which tag to be used to create a cell, to identify any particular cell in a table. So you have to write the td tag. Okay, then th table headers. Okay, then caption is table title. Now you assume this table from your book, that if this is a whole table, if we assume this is a table that we need to display in our web page, this is a table. Now what are the things are there in your table? You see, first of all you see what are the things are displayed here. First of all we have these are what, table header. We can say these are tag, this is table header, tag name, table header, description, these are the table header. But the rest of the things you see, these are what, these are the table data. The rest all the things are, these are the table data, whatever inserted here, these are table data. And there is another one is what, there is a table name also we have top of the table. So if we want to display like this a table in our web page, what are the properties, how to use these things we have to discuss. Here you see different properties of this table. First of all, you see without property, simple. Okay, without CSS property, how can we display a table? Here you see, if we don't use here border, then there will no border in your table. Simply the contents will be displayed in your table without border. So you must write table border. And inside this table, the caption is written inside the table. Some of the students, they are very much confused to write the caption. They used to write top of the table. Actually not, is the part. You see the caption, it is a caption. This is what? Under table tag. Yes or no? Under table tag. So you must write caption inside a table, not outside of the table. Here you cannot write before table. You must write inside the table. Like see, we have written after table tag. Okay, then you see the rest of the things very nicely. You have to concentrate. Here see, first row of the table to be created using tr. This is the first row of the table. First row. In the first row, what are the things? Roll number, name, class. These are what? Heading. Header, we can say. Header of a table in a particular column. When you create any table, like this is a table. Here tag, then sorry. Let me check. Tag name, descriptions. These three are what? Heading to the table. So to write this table, and another thing you see in this tag name and description, these are in boldface. Okay, boldface. So here if we write using th, here we have used th. Okay, th, it is used or not? Th. So if we write anything inside th, it will come in boldface. Th. Also name is also th, class also th. So these three will come in boldface. Okay, next see the I'll show you this. You see name, roll number, name and class, these are coming in boldface. Another thing in this, see, if we use th, then by default roll number, name and class, this all the things will come middle of the cell. Middle, you see, roll number, name, class, these three are coming in middle, not left side, right side. These all are directly centered to the cell. By default it comes. So this is the use of th to give table header. The next line you see, to create the first row, the next row here it is used what? Another tier. So in this tier we must use td means table data. We are inserting data to the table. Now see, first row td1, td2 is Anjali, td3 is class 10. Okay, 1 Anjali, class 10. So tr is completed here. This row is completed. So two rows we have completed already. First row the header, next row is the data, and third row also data will be used. So if you have you need to create, if you want to create or extend, you want to extend your table, you can extend by using tier. How many tier you will use? This much row will be added to your table. And td, when you write a particular cell, then the data also will be inserted in this cell, and ultimately it will create a column. The third row we have used here tier, again tier. The next row is td roll number 2 Rahul 10. Again here you see in this table 2 Rahul 10. But you see all the cells are separated to each other. All the cells are separated. Here lastly it is closed, everything, table closed, body closed and HTML closed. So you see here all the cells are separated to each other, and the student table that we have given the table title, it is displaying top and center to the table. Remember, top and center. Just to remember this one, what it will come, the table caption always displays top and center to the table. Always it is default, top and center to the table. Okay, if you want to change the position of the caption, then it can be used. What are the things that you see, the cells are separated to each other, and this some contents are left side, right side, these things we must use some properties, but these properties to be used later on. First of all, the basic properties to be used in the table. What are the different properties? CSS properties are there. First of all, you see, say if someone wants to display that caption, this one caption means the title of the table in the bottom of the table. Here if you someone wants to display, then what he should use caption site property. Remember, caption site, and in between there is a hyphen. Don't forget to use this hyphen. Okay, this hyphen is very much important, otherwise this will be wrong. So hyphen here, it means caption site, and there will be two values, you see, bottom and top. Here top is by default. If we don't use any caption site property, ultimately your caption, that means the title of the table, will be displayed top of your table. But if you use bottom, it will come to the bottom of the table. Next, you see border spacing. Here you see so many cells are there, so in between how much space you want to keep. Okay, so border spacing specify the space between the cells or around the cells. Here you see there are two values. Here values are always to be written in pixels. How many pixels you want to keep space in between cells. Okay, so first of all, you see the example how to write. If you have used border spacing 10 pixels, 10 pixels means this 10 pixels will be horizontal as well as vertical. The pictures you can see here, horizontal space as well as vertical space, both. Remember, horizontal and vertical both will identify. If you have used only, this is, you see, here this is what vertical space and this is what horizontal space. If you have used only one value, if you have used two values, the next page you see, oh sorry, I have not shown here, let me show you. If you have used two values, like say, let me show you, if you have written like that, border hyphen spacing set 10 pixel, then 20 pixel. Now what does it mean? What does it mean? First value, it is the horizontal space around this image, and next value is the vertical space around the image. If you have mentioned one value like this previous one value, then it is only the both horizontal as well as the vertical. But if you use two values, first value will specify the horizontal space and next value will specify the vertical space. So remember this one, and all the properties are written in your book. Just you go through once. Here you see all the properties one by one, here it is discussed. So one by one you check, cross check you must do here if it is not coming clearly in your video. So you go through your book even. Okay, so next is the next property. What is the next property? You see border collapse. Why should we use border collapse? Now see, without border collapse, how our table was displaying? Our table was displaying with the separate cells. Here you see, separate, all cells were separated to each other. But if we use here border collapse, now you can see our border will be like this, joint, as we draw any table. So what are the values of this table? You see, values collapse and separate. By default to separate, you can see all the cells were separated to each other. But if we use collapse, like border collapse, colon, then collapse, then you can see all cells are collapsed like this, joined. Okay, now next property, it comes maximum time in your exam, empty cells. Some of the cells may not have any value. So if any cells in your table doesn't have any value, then that cell's background color as well as the border can be removed. Means we can omit to display the background color as well as the border color. Okay, it should not come in your display. So here the definition, it is just to specify whether the border and the background of any empty cells will be displayed or not. Clear? Will be displayed or not. So there are two values. What are the two values? Hide and show. If you don't use border empty cells, then you can see by default all the empty cells are displaying. That means there is no content in the cell, but the cells it is displaying. The cell is displaying if we don't use empty cells. By default it is show. If it is written height, then you can see if any cell doesn't have value, then this cell border and the background color of this border will not display. Okay, next one is height and width. You know this is height and width. What is the height? So how much height you want to display of your table, that this is the height and this is the width. And the value of the height can be given pixels as well as the percentage. In the similar way, the value of the width also can be given pixel as well as in percentage. Same. Okay, the question answer also you have written like this. What are the values can be given? Next, see. So what are the different border properties? Then this one also you have written in your exercise questions, that there are 3 different border properties we have. What? Border width, border style and border color. Border width means the thickness of the border. Okay, how much thick the border will be. Then border style, what type of border you want to display. As we have discussed, there are 3 types of border we have discussed even. One, the solid border. One, what? Dash 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 border, like this, dash dash border. And another one is what? Dotted border. Maximum time we used to display what? Solid border. So here one example it is given. If you have written CSS like that, border width 2 pixel, border style solid and border color blue, all these 3 can be written in a single line like this. You can see first 2 pixel is the style, thickness. Next is solid, means the style, then it is blue. So these are 3 border properties. When you use only single border, it means all these things are included within this border property. It has these 3 properties along with this one. Either you can use this part or you can use this part. So better to use this one, because here it will maximum time consuming things. Okay, now see a table with CSS. Here what are the things we have used in this table? As we have discussed, the CSS must be written before body. Okay, before body. If you have used head, here you can use head. Okay, let me write. If it is head, then you can see after closing style you must close here head. If you have used, okay, it is not mandatory that you must use head. If you have used, but you must close before that. So here what are the things it is used? You see here the border 4 pixels solid blue means the table border, not the rows and columns, means the surrounding border of a table. It is 4 pixel. You can see 4 pixel surrounding border here. You see the outside border 4 pixel solid. What color I have given here? 4 pixel solid blue. That means this border will be blue colored. Okay, solid blue. This one 4 pixels. So let me increase little bit. This one border. Clear? Next you see border collapse. So we have used collapse. The value of collapse is collapsed we have used. There are 2 values, collapse and another one was separate. So by default it is separate. So we have used collapse. Collapse means, now see, all borders are collapsed like that. All borders are collapsed, means joined. Next, caption side bottom. Caption side bottom. That's why you can see the caption of your table. Previously it was displaying here. Now it is displaying bottom here. Have you seen? In the bottom of the part it is displaying caption. Here it is displaying. Let me highlight it here. So you can bring it to the bottom of the table. Next you see another things. If we don't use here border, here you see we have used tr, td and th. All we have border. If we don't use border here, then you will not get border for the cell like this. Inside borders you will not get, only the surrounding border. Only the surrounding border. Surrounding border it means the table border, and tr, td, th it is the inside borders of the table. Clear? So these are the properties that it is used for. Very simple. Other properties, if you want to give background color, text color, so these are the different properties already we have discussed. What is the property to set the background color? What is the property to set the color? of the text. If you want to give the some style of the font, then also it can be used. Okay, if you want to convert the text in capital letter, small letter, there these properties also can be used, no problem. Now you see this output is the same program that we have used the HTML. Similarly you have written here everything, the whole part, whole coding it is given. Okay, after that the output it is shown. So up to this much, how to display or how to create a simple table using CSS. Okay, how to use the different properties of the CSS, what are the different properties are available for this table tag, and what are the uses of these things, you must read. Okay, if you skip these things for time being, for right now, if you are not studying well, then you will find the difficulties in your SSLC exam. The students that this time they did not have the clearance, they did not have the clear idea about the properties and the tags, how to use which tag, which property to be used. So everything must be clear and it should come in your fingertip. Okay, your fingertip, that means everything is ready. Whatever it comes in your exam, you are just ready to write, and I hope you can do. Just you need to be concentrated to the topic every time. Means what are the tags are there, what are the properties of these tags, which property is used for what purpose, everything just you need to write. That means we are just here discussing about say if whenever we give some work to the furniture, those who are making furnitures. Okay, so what are the requirements there we need to purchase woods, these, that, everything. So when the carpenter will make this one, after that what we need to do, that means the carpenter will must know the measurement of everything, what to be used, how to be used. After that, what the decoration purpose it comes for, when the decoration it comes means the varnish, when it comes the varnish. So it is the CSS which will varnish your to decorate your things. Okay, so decoration must be required, and this decoration how to be used, what to be used, where to be used, everything you must be clear. So you see the tags and their respective and corresponding attributes and their uses very nicely. And what are the topics that till now we have discussed, beginning to this much, you just go through in your book. If you have any confusion, you can ask any questions to me. Okay, thank you.